A former Obama official ripping Joe Biden for his series of, quote, reckless gaffes on the world stage like these.
Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
You are.
That's the commitment we made. Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Well, President Obama's former director of global engagement says those gaffes are undermining America's standing in the world, even saying Joe Biden's team should, quote, better prepare the president for obvious questions and also be prepared themselves in advance with responses and strategies for when the president sails the ship of state into uncharted waters. And he says Joe Biden should reset his entire national security team.
Not mincing words. Joining us now is Congressman Michael Waltz of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, good morning to you. What do you make of Brett Bruin's remarks there?
Well, I think he was absolutely spot on, and it's a great article I would recommend everyone read. And look, when you are the commander-in-chief of the United States military, when you're the leader of the free world, words matter. Words matter when you're on the global stage with billions of people watching, including our adversaries. And right now we have nuclear brinksmanship going on. So whether it's the Taliban in that disaster, when we pulled all of the support for their military in the middle of the fighting season all at once and led to that collapse, whether it's deterrence failing, and deterrence did fail in Ukraine. You remember his deterrence strategy was diplomacy and the threat of sanctions. And here we are with cities being leveled, or Iran racing towards a nuke. North Korea is about to set off another nuke. And then we have China, where Chairman Xi is telling his country to prepare for World War III. And you have this constant mixed messaging, rollback, gaffes, off script. It's dangerous for the entire world. And he's absolutely right. They've got to clean their act up now.
All of that absolutely petrifying, but it is not the number one thing that Americans are talking about. That, of course, is inflation. New Quinnipiac polling showing inflation is the most urgent issue for Americans right now. Even over gun violence, obviously that's 17% higher following the horrible events in Uvalde, Texas. If you were Democrats and the president and you saw those numbers, Congressman Michael Waltz, wouldn't you focus more on attacking inflation rather than all the other things that this administration and Democrats appear to be distracted by?
Well, certainly. I mean, certainly from a political standpoint, but just for doing the right thing by the country. And, I have constituents asking me, is this going to change anytime soon? And to be honest with them, I don't see it changing, because at the end of the day, deep down, and speaking of gaffes, it's slipped a few times. The progressives in this administration see this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to drive the transition that to all electric that the president himself has even said a few times. And they think that every time we go to the gas station and it's $5, $6, $7, $8, eventually you guys will give up your gas-guzzling SUVs and pickup trucks and go buy a Prius. And that is the underlying belief. And to the extent they do anything in the short term, it's going to be by pumping more oil and gas from Venezuela, Iran, and other murderous dictatorships, not by unleashing American energy. And I don't see that changing until voters are actually able to vote this November. Hopefully that'll be enough of a wake-up call for the rest of the president's term.
Well, they're certainly mad at Biden for it. 33% approval. That's tying with the lowest ever. Carl.
Yeah, that's right. And also, we have another graph. The yellow line shows the gas price average. Red line is Biden's disapproval rating, and both are going up, same direction simultaneously. Before we let you go, I want to ask you about this. We got about 30 seconds left, but got to ask you about China's ever-expanding Navy. This week, we learned that China is building in secret a military base in Cambodia. Why would they need a military base in Cambodia, and what does that mean for us?
Well, Chairman Xi is telling his military to prepare for war by 2027. That's just 5 short years away. And unfortunately, under President Biden's defense budget, in 5 years, our military will be at its smallest. China's military will be at its biggest. They're outbuilding us in terms of ships, guys, 5 to 1.
That's petrifying.
And they're building the bases around the world now to support their global leadership under the China dream, which they want to replace
it's such an important topic. I wish
with the
we had more
American
time
dream.
to talk about it. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.